Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to an SB Reacts, where today we have ourselves a track from an ex named Tony Cobain, titled Cruel. And if we switch over to here, we have ourselves the track from the artist on the screen here. Tony Cobain brings his unique artistry to life in Cruel, a song that embodies his passion for storytelling through music. Inspired by Bobby Brown's Don't Be Cruel, this track captures the soulful energy and infectious grooves of the late 1980s while showcasing Tony's fresh and original style. Let's go, let's do it. We're going to listen through this track from start to finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Awesome.
Damn, the homie done seen around town. Venti, gotta bust down. A Birkin bag in a Lexus, stressing. Now I got a few questions. I seen your girl Stacy on the streets. Asked about the trip, but she ain't seen you in a week. No wonder you was different in the sheets. Came back from Vegas, now you acting like a freak. Damn, old girl done changed on me.
I love the attitude behind it.
Running game on me. It gotta be a shame on me. Never should've trusted, put the blame on me. Shorty done switched up, chasing in big bucks, Brazilian butt lifts, a couple of nip tucks. Location is off now, first sign of the distrust. No winners in this, it's a rock just like Christmas. I should've listened to my mama.
Bit of wordplay as well, nice.
Dolce and Gabbana. Now I'm steaming like a sauna. Rhyme round town, contemplating all this drama. I should've listened to the fam. Don't trust a big butt with a smile at only fans. I'll admit, cause I'm a man. In too deep, had me caught up in the trance. Don't trust these. Tony, don't trust these. They digging for your gold, your cash and clothes. Stop doing for them, then they out your door. Tony, don't trust these. Tony, don't trust these. Tony, don't trust these. Don't trust these. Tony, don't trust these.
Because like the power of this track is a lot of it is in the vocals and the way we express ourselves, the certain emphasis in certain words, some of the sort of more softer, quieter spoken stuff, and when we go into sort of rapped parts as well, and the variety is good, but it's just also the motif behind it is relatively neutral. It's chill and chic and sophisticated, but it allows for a lot of wiggle room for Tony Cobain to do their thing.
I was a good man, probably better than you. Broke my heart, I really don't understand. Flowers and candy, I know that you like to dance. Love is blind and God has better plans. Why you do me like that? Keys to a Benz, girl, I thought you liked that. Guess I know you like that. Keys to my heart and you drove it right back. Guess I know you like that. Yes, I know you like that. Girl, why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Keys to my heart and you drove it right back. Girl, why you do me like that? Keys to a house, girl, I thought you liked that. Girl, I know you like that. Left out the home and you never came back. Yes, I know you like that. Yes, I know you like that. Girl, why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Left out the home and you never came back. Damn, my homie had seen around town. Tried to FaceTime, but the trick had ducked down. A Hermes bag in a Tesla, stressing. Now I got some more questions. Your homegirl down from 5th Street told me about a party being naughty, chasing me. No wonder now he follow your IG. Came back from Philly, San John and poppin' P. Damn, old girl done changed on me. Thought I was a simp, running game on me. It gotta be a shame on me. Never should've trusted, put the blame on me.
Good use of double tracking as well with the vocal parts.
Phone was unlocked, she had some lids on her Twitter. A couple of dudes she was eating like dinner. In Tide porn style like Miss B or Belinda. I should've listened to my papa. Maxed out cars, buying Louis and some Prada. Now I'm feeling all the trauma. Ride round town, contemplating all this drama. Man, I should've listened to the fam. Don't trust a big buck with a smile and only fans. I'll admit, cause I'm a man. In too deep, had me caught up in a trance. Don't trust these. Tony, don't trust these.
And a switch up with the percussion now, that's very good.
Stop doing phone and they out your door. Why you do me like that? Keys to a Benz, girl, I thought you liked that. Yes, I know you like that. Keys to my heart and you drove it right back. Yes, I know you like that. Yes, I know you like that. Girl, why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Keys to my heart and you drove it right back. Why you do me like that? Keys to a house, girl, I thought you liked that. Yes, I know you like that. Left out the home and you never came back. Yes, I know you like that. Yes, I know you like that. Girl, why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Left out the home and you never came back.
Wasn't expecting that key change there. Are we into a new chapter now, I suppose? Okay, so that was a great sort of first impression to Tony Cobain's work with their track Crawl. So basically in this section here, which is the conclusion, because we're at the conclusion, I usually talk about a few things I like about a song, as well as maybe some sort of feedback on something that could be improved. But first of all, what do I think this track is about? I think it's about someone who just got caught in too deep with the person they were in a relationship with. In the first half, they were kind of like figuring out like how in order to sort of manage the existing relationship they had. And so some of the sort of trust issues were starting to form and everything like that as well. And so in the latter half, you find that they've actually been up to some mischief and you realize maybe you shouldn't have gotten involved with it, or you should have been more careful, or that you will be more careful next time. So I think that the development of the story makes sense there, and I think part of what I enjoyed about this track, one of the parts, is simply the vocal performance itself. There's a lot of it's a chic kind of smoothness to it. It's very pleasant to listen to. There's a sweetness to it. There's a polish to it, and it's very comfortable on the part of Tony Cobain. It is. They're creating sort of this character, this persona of themselves. If it is not themselves, either way, it's fine. But it's just you get the feeling that, okay, if I listen to this track, the way they're communicating with me right now, that's something that could potentially be consistent, and I kind of enjoyed listening to it. And I think that when we switched things up and had the sort of more sort of like vocoder-ish kind of tuned parts there, they were very kind of around me a little bit, sort of like the West Coast kind of stuff, a little bit like the way that it was sort of more of an instrument than anything else was a nice foil to some of those parts of the hook. Another part I sort of did quite dig about this track was the fact that it had this sort of like really kind of chilled motif in the background, almost like even though there was this kind of chaos and kind of crappiness going on, with not being able to sort of trust the person that we're with, it's almost like we're getting down to business and we're still kind of like thump along and make the most of it. It kind of grounds it out, provides a sense of emotional equilibrium in a way that's very, very pleasant. And it's also just sounds really cool. Like the use of those extensions with the keys there, the synth strings and stuff like that add a sense of 80s to it. And the way the drums sort of like thump, and they've got great presence, and they're kind of like cut into the mix, not in the way that's unpleasant, but in the way that side chains it. And the way that the drums also are timed rhythmically with the vocals in certain parts here. There's a great sort of like balance between that, as well as stuff like if I was to sort of hazard a 2.5, it'd also be how those instruments cooperated with the vocals and rhythmically, and how they sort of niched together and provided a more sort of like enveloped, tight sort of sound. I think a lot of the funkiness and groove of it comes from the fact that we have things in unison. We allow them to come apart and come back together again. And I think as a third note, and in relation to the rhythm especially, the quarter note groove allows this to be even more catchy. We've got a lot of really interesting stuff going on rhythmically with the vocal parts, as well as, again, the bass guitar in the background kind of slapping and sort of like working with the octaves, the synth pads and the keys and all that kind of stuff. But it's also just the fact that we know 1, 2, 3, 4. You can rely on that as you go through the piece in a way that is, you can kind of nod your head and sort of vibe along to it. So you hear the story, you enjoy the motif, the instrumental parts behind it make sense rhythmically, as well as sort of harmonically, and add a sense of sophistication to it, and sort of like balance things with some of the sort of like harder vocal parts in terms of like what we're discussing. It's just, I think if there was anything I would have maybe wanted, it's to sort of maybe make more use of those tuned vocals, the sort of more melodic parts of those kind of parts that you could have potentially had like a soloish kind of thing at the end there. And maybe if you still wanted to have the key change, you could have like tuned it to the key change that you were moving to near the end, and sort of had that kind of modulate. Because at the end, it almost seems like we went bluntly into a new chapter as opposed to maybe extending. Maybe there's more context to it I'm missing. Maybe this is sort of indicating it will follow on to another piece. But for now, I think it was nonetheless a very sort of interesting episode that we had to listen through this track, Cruel. And yeah, I think just with the title Cruel, you get the feeling that this has been a very sort of experience where they felt like the woman is being cruel to them and stuff like that. And they're sort of blaming themselves, but also, of course, you have the woman the person has to take agency for their behavior as well. It's just kind of like, it's like a bad situation that they're trying to sort of like step their way through. But this was my review of this track from an actor named Tony Cobain titled Cruel, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please go show them some love via their various social medias and their YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe. And please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next SB Reacts. Spiderhands out.